Al Roker has been recovering at home after undergoing surgery just a few weeks ago. On November 9th, the legendary Today Show star revealed that he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer back in November. Shortly after his operation, the 66-year-old weatherman posted on his Instagram a couple of photos of himself, his wife Deborah Roberts, and his son Nick post-surgery, along with a message where he gave a shout-out to everyone at the hospital that carried out the procedure and provided aftercare, and to his friends, family, and fans who have supported him through their thoughts, prayers, and well wishes. Additionally, he sent thanks to his co-workers for the care packages that they sent him and told them that he'll see them soon. Roker had been taking time off from the Today Show following his cancer diagnosis and subsequent surgery. Roker announced his diagnosis on the Today Show live on the air earlier this month. It was his intention that making the announcement public would help spread some awareness about prostate cancer. According to the American Cancer Society, in the United States alone, prostate cancer affects 1 in 9 men. And that number is even higher for African Americans, who have a 1 in 7 chance of being afflicted with the disease in their lifetime. In his on-the-air cancer announcement, Roker informed the public that there was good news and bad news. The good news is that they caught the cancer early on. The bad news is that the type he has can be quite aggressive, so he would need to take some time off work to take care of it. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It would seem that Al Roker can't seem to get away from the spotlight. Just 2 weeks after going under the knife, he helped ring in Thanksgiving by co-hosting the iconic annual parade with Savannah Guthrie and Hada Kotb. In several photos posted on Twitter by The Today Show, Al can be seen posting with Jimmy Fallon and Tori Kelly at the event. In another bit, Roker reunites with the Butterman a year after the two shared a less than serious on-air feud at last year's parade. In another candid photo, Roker is seen standing alone below a ginormous superhero float as he rocks his N95 facial mask in the midst of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Early in the morning, Roker helped get the ball rolling with the festivities by cutting the ceremonial ribbon to kick off the annual event. Macy's CEO, Jeff Gennett, shared a message that this year's parade may not exactly be the one that everyone was hoping for, but it certainly is the parade that we all need. The ongoing pandemic has certainly put a kink in many events' gears, and early on this year it was unclear whether the Macy's parade would even happen. This year's celebration certainly was different than years prior. No crowd was present to watch the parade in person. Instead of taking its traditional mile-long route, the parade instead hovered around Macy's flagship store in New York City. And the balloon floats were pulled by specialized vehicles instead of human handlers. Dolly Parton, Jordan Sparks, The Roots, Patti LaBelle, and numerous other special guests performed for the early morning event. Al Roker's return to the Today Show. Just a couple of days before co-hosting the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, Al Roker made his return to the Today Show set to deliver a weather forecast and to give his fans and colleagues an update on his health situation. Roker expressed how great medical care and familial love had gone such a long way for his recovery. Guthrie and Kotb both commented on how he was looking particularly well, considering the circumstances, but Roker replied by saying that he was actually hoping to be looking a little better by now. Even though everyone was spaced apart on the socially distanced Today Show set, Guthrie reminded Roker that everyone was standing behind him and lending him their support. Despite the social distancing, we're all together, Guthrie said. Al thanked everyone for their kind words and added that he's feeling well. Humorously, he quipped that after the first week of recovery, he was able to get his catheter removed, and then he was feeling much better. Quick side note, hope you're enjoying this video so far. If you are, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And make sure you keep watching to find out all about Al Roker's previous health problems and how you can help protect yourself from prostate cancer. Roker's previous medical battles. Roker is no stranger to the operating room. Back in September of 2019, he had a full hip replacement after suffering from the debilitating effects of osteoarthritis for years. Just this past August, Roker was taken into surgery once again for a complete shoulder replacement. Yet again, he didn't tell viewers about his medical issues and surgical plans until the last second. Al had his shoulder surgery on August 12th, but he wouldn't inform his fans of the procedure until August 11th, just one day before the operation. The same surgeon that oversaw Al's shoulder replacement surgery had previously operated on his rotator cuff in 2014. Roker's arthritis has been getting progressively worse as he has advanced in age. The pain had gotten to the point that Roker reports not being able to sleep at night. The purpose of his hip and shoulder surgeries have both been to minimize this severe achy pain and alleviate some of the arthritis nerve stress and severe joint trauma that he had been experiencing. In 2018, Roker underwent emergency carpal tunnel surgery. In 2005, he had back surgery. And in 2016, he had total knee replacement. 15 years earlier, in 2001, he had his other knee replaced as well. At this point, so many components of his body have been replaced that now Al Roker is basically the bionic man. In 2002, Roker underwent gastric bypass surgery after fighting a losing battle with obesity for years. Less than a year later, Roker reported to the New York Daily News that he had lost 100 pounds since undergoing the procedure. In 2013, Roker detailed his weight loss journey in his memoir, Never Going Back, winning the weight loss battle for good. Roker's prostate cancer procedure. Roker's prostate cancer is, as he says, a little aggressive. As such, he and his doctors agreed that the best course of action, given his situation, was to remove the prostate entirely. Not all prostate cancers are in fact the same. There are two main categories of prostate cancer in men. The first being low-risk prostate cancer, and the second being a more aggressive variety that requires active monitoring to ensure that it doesn't start spreading or metastasizing to the rest of the body. Roker's surgery was only expected to take 3 hours, but his stretched on for 5. Fortunately, there were no complications, and the surgeon told him that he had no sign of cancer left in his body after the operation. Still, his health will have to be actively surveilled for the next several years to make sure that the cancer doesn't make a return. It's unclear whether Roker violated his doctor's recommendations after having the procedure by returning to work prematurely. It's typically recommended that people that have prostate removal surgery take 4 to 6 weeks to recover. Roker was back on the air after only 2. Prostate cancer starts in the prostate gland and then slowly spreads out to surrounding tissue and organs. It typically gives its sufferers little to no symptoms before it advances to a more serious form. Some men report trouble urinating, pain in the hips or lower back, bloody urine or semen, and erectile dysfunction. Fortunately for Al, even though his prostate cancer was classified as the more aggressive variety, routine testing was able to identify the threat early on, before it could have a chance to spread outside of the prostate. Early screening for prostate cancer can save lives. Black men especially need to take such screening seriously. Not only are black men more likely to be afflicted by prostate cancer in their lives, but they are almost twice as likely to die from it. Cancer researchers haven't been able to determine why African American men are at such a higher risk for prostate cancer, but their recommendation is that black men get tested at the age of 40 to help curtail the risk. All men should be tested between 40 and 45. Al Roker may very well be the most recognizable weatherman in the world. In 2018, he celebrated 40 years at NBC, and Today Plaza was officially renamed Rockefeller Plaza in his honor. We hope that he's won his battle with cancer, and that he will continue to bring his shining all-smiles face and his uplifting brand of cheery optimism to our TV screens for years to come. Cancer isn't anything to take lightly, but Roker's past has proven that he is a fighter. It seems that very little is capable of holding him back from doing what he loves. He was born to be on TV. The Today Show just wouldn't be the same without him. We'd love to hear from you, though. Would you be back to work just 2 weeks after having surgery to remove cancer? Or would you take a little bit more time to recover? Drop your opinion in the comments section below. You gotta give it to the guy. He's certainly dedicated to his career and his legion of devoted fans. In fact, it's really difficult to imagine Roker as having any enemies. Anyways, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and we'll keep up with all of our future content. Tap the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And make sure you click the bell icon to turn on notifications so you know when we post all of our latest videos.